going to indulge myself because it's my birthday, and I'm very old, but I'm okay with it. And mainly because I've got something to say, because we've been open a whole year. Isn't it fantastic? I don't know if the rest of Wolfpack realise this, but the club hasn't, but my school has been open a whole year, because I remember it was the first day of the financial year that we started. So, yes. So, I would just want to I'd like to say thank you, actually, first of all to Mark, my family, who's standing behind the camera there, and Wolfpack, obviously, my other family, my friends and my students, for making me feel very special, not just on my birthday, but every day. I so enjoy coming to school. I absolutely love my job. So here's my speech. You ready for it? I actually wrote it down and thought about this. I'm very fortunate to have a small dance studio at my house. On the wall, I have written 6 words: love, laughter, loyalty, creativity, gratitude, and generosity. I believe if you do your best to be all of these things, you will bring joy, not just to your own life, but to the lives of those that surround you. But if you truly want happiness, wise words from Boss here, because I'm this is what I believe you need to do to get peace before your time, true happiness. There's one key action that you must take, and that is to simply follow your bliss. Do what brings you joy. Satiate your inner child. Know thyself, and be true to who you really are. When I was a child, my adoptive mother put me in an academic boarding school. Although I was accepted by Tring Park, nobody knows this, she felt that performing arts was not a suitable education, or indeed choice of career. So I studied at St Margaret's Boarding School and had my training at weekends. I knew who I was at 3 years old when I watched my first ballet, The Red Shoes, but I also knew my life choices were not my own at this point. But I was smart enough to recognise that the people of power had education, so I made a decision. Study hard, then when I'm free, I will have my own choices. I remember practising posé turns down my 24-bed dormitory, reciting Latin, Allo, Mas, Mat, etc., etc., which I don't need now, Miss Latin teacher. So I did what they wanted, but when I got the chance, I built up the performing arts education that I knew I also needed and wanted desperately. My adopted grandmother saw to that, a successful artist, producer, director in her own right, Nancy Palmer, who became the very famous Nancy Booth. I had musical theatre experience on stage and off stage, and I watched her work. I watched them all work, and you, pointing to the mentors there. I attended ballet schools, dance schools, learned the piano and flute, studied music theory, English National Youth Ballet, RAD London training, teaching and performing diplomas, endless diplomas, and performed as and when I could. The less said about some of the performances I did in my 20s, the better. As well as gabbing, there were certain teachers who had faith in me and told me to go for it, and I'm grateful to the few that did. The word education, after all, comes from the Latin word educe, which means to draw out. Now that is the role of an educator. I'm so sad that none of my mentors are here to see me succeed, because they were indeed so good at their jobs. So I was in a world where my friends and my peers I had absolutely nothing in common with, and my adoptive family wanted me to be a lawyer. Can you imagine? Mind you, people don't dare argue with me, do they? That's true. Perhaps I could. So the day came, I finally had my freedom, and it's taken me years to get where I am today. Don't be fooled by how I look. I'm actually a living fossil. But I kept my faith. Kevin's laughing a bit loudly there. I kept my faith, and that attracted the right people and like-minded friends and all the experience of business and performance I finally needed. So I stand here today. head of a performing arts school, the growing performing arts school, and performing arts club, and soon to be a school governor. My dream job, really my dream job. I'm not finished yet, either. I've still got plans, more plans. I wish to create an abundant empire to support children and adults with both their performing arts education and their mental health. Mental health is vital. It's my goal to educe everyone who walks through those doors to find their true self. All I have created has been with the support and effort of the wonderful people that surround me, my friends, Wolfpack, my family. I love every single one of you, and I'm so grateful to you all. I feel extremely blessed. I feel lucky and indeed redeemed, particularly as I was born nothing. I am living proof that you create something from absolutely nothing. So I can say I'm happy. How do I know? Because when I ask my inner child, what does she need, she simply replies with laughter. I wake every day now with a childlike excitement. I wish that for every living person today, then we truly would have heaven on earth, wouldn't we? I'm not unhappy about aging, really. On the contrary, I feel wiser, I feel at peace, I feel more confident, and I feel very in control. I create so much for that lost little wolf, Octavia, to look forward to now. It's not another page, it's just one more thing. So, I'd like to leave you with a final thought. It's something that has stuck with me this year, because I've been dancing enough and I need to go. So I leave you with this. What you are born is someone else's choice. But what you choose to become is most definitely your own. So thank you very much.